afterwards. Actually, it won't. It'll be on YouTube forever, but we just won't have the local recordings. Whatever. This is the Daily Bone podcast where we discuss all things crypto. Got a lot to talk about. We had a monster pump that actually started during the show yesterday. Dare I say, our show is why Bitcoin pumped $10,000 or whatever the amount was. Not that much, but a decent amount of money pumped during the show yesterday. We're going to discuss whether the bull run's properly started. We're going to talk about the red hot meme coin market, and we're going to talk about, so we're calling it the Trump token flop. That's an interesting way to describe literally restoring the Republic of the United States of America. I don't know if I would have used that language, right?
It's a bit of a flop based on what their goals were so far.
What was the goal?
$300 million raised on this token sale. We're at under 12. Under 12 right now.
Wow. Well, that says a lot. I mean, they're literally just trying to raise the money from crypto only because like no one else understands it or is going to like put money in. I'm sure like at least maybe 2 million came from non-crypto people, maybe 1 million, but 300 million. Wow. That would have been a hell of a raise. Kicks, did you participate? Are you restoring the Republic, Kicks?
Nah, man, the Republic's cooked, man. We're a democracy now, dude. We're a pure play Greek democracy. No, I didn't get in, and I'm not surprised no one else is putting in money because first of all, when Trump launched his NFT project, that first one was a slow cook. It was 3 days to mint out.
Yep.
At first, everybody was like, is this a scam or is this the real thing?
Yep.
But even with NFTs, I think the NFT launch is just massively different than this. Meaning, first of all, it was very easy to describe to people what they were going to get out of it. You put money in, right? You're going to get Donald Trump NFTs out. And you own those NFTs and you can trade those NFTs and speculate on them and sell them. And also you get entered into a raffle. And like I did, you can go to Mar-a-Lago and all these different things, right? So like the value prop case was very clear. With this, even I don't understand it, right? All I know is if I put money in, I'm going to get a token that's locked that I can't trade or sell. And I don't know what value I will get out of it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying, right? There's no, for crypto people, there has to be something, some carrot that you dangle in front of them, right? Like all I know is it's DeFi. I don't even know what it does, what it's going to do. All I know is if I put money in, it's going into a black box, which is all of crypto. But at least when I put money in the black box, I get a magical fairy token on the other side that I can do with what I want with. And in this case, I can't. So I'm not surprised at all this is flopping. I don't think it will sell out 300 million. I don't even think they'll get to 100 million unless there's some clear understanding. Like, hey, if you buy this, your tokens will get rev share on whatever the DeFi thing is doing, right? Some sort of reason to put in. Else, why would you put money into and just not put it into like Bitcoin or literally anything else? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with the Trump cards, you know, he let you know it's like it's a digital collectible, like a baseball card or a basketball card, but it's on the blockchain or whatever. He said it in the video. I also love, you said that people didn't know whether it was a scam or not when it was the NFTs. I agree. And I remember that. And there was a video of him literally talking about it. And we still were like, is this AI? Dude?
Is this AI? And this was early, you know? So for us, we were ahead of the AI curve. We're like, is this AI? I knew it wasn't AI when he said, some people say I'm the best president in the world, better than Lincoln, better than Washington. Then I was like, okay, that's him. That's not, no one could have wrote that. No AI could have generated that.
We talked about that on this show. Me and Easy were making that joke for like months afterwards. Better than Washington, better than Lincoln.
Better than Washington, better than Lincoln.
In the big news, the World Liberty Financial Token Sale is now live.
Oh, we got a video for this one too.
Crypto is the future. Let's embrace this incredible technology and lead the world in digital economy. Go to worldlibertyfinancial.com.
Real quick, the second NFT drop actually had a section of it that I think we didn't give the proper attention that it deserved, the video. He said, some of the NFTs, I'm wearing the knockout suit. People are calling it that. I don't know about that, but people are calling it that, the knockout suit. I love it when he gives himself like a nickname or like some sort of thing, and then he distances himself from it by saying, people are calling it that. I don't know about that, but then he calls himself that again.
See, he was smart. My nicknames in high school, I moved to a new high school and I joined the lacrosse team and they decided to call me Chuck. And so that was my nickname for 2 years. Then when I went to college, didn't have a nickname until sophomore year, moved into a frat house with people, met a guy at a party, so it was really loud. And he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Nick." And he heard Ned. And then I corrected him and said, "Nick." And he said, "No, we're going with Ned." And he told everybody at the party that my new name was Ned. And so my name was Ned for 2 years at college. So Trump's doing it way smarter. Also, I've heard some rumors. I may be making this up right now, or they may be substantiated rumors. But what they're doing with the money from World Liberty Token is they're taking it and they're just betting on Trump winning the election on Kalshi.
Actually?
They're just taking all of it and they're just throwing it all in. And they're calling it double or nothing.
Well, they also get 4% yield.
And 4% yield.
There. So
yeah, almost as good as a treasury bond.
Not bad.
With cutting rates, it might be better than a treasury bond here soon.
Dude, look at this. Look at this cook. I mean, we're going to get into this. And yeah, it will be better than a treasury bond. I think what Easy's talking about is a good call. Why don't we just get the show on the road? We got a lot to talk about. Also hilarious, your nickname history kicks. I did not know that. I've had some
Ned
funny
is crazy. Ned is crazy.
Yeah, it was hard to get laid.
I've had some
and the tough thing about nicknames is like the more you fight it, the stronger it becomes.
Yeah. Oh, they double down.
Yeah, the more you fight a nickname. Yeah. Like you can't fight fire with fire, you know?
It's actually kind of tough in the sense that you can't do anything about it. My friend's brother, I guess we're just going to talk about nicknames real quick. My friend's brother, for some reason, keep in mind, I grew up in Boston area, right? So everyone's got like a thick Boston accent. Everyone's like a jackass, I suppose you could say. They just decided that his group of friends decided his nickname was going to be Peckerhead. So like Peckerhead, which literally means like dickhead. That's what that means, like Peckerhead, right? And you just can't do anything about it. So that was just his name forever, like literally forever. And he fully
call him it. It's probably still, hey, Pekka. And it's like, what's up, man?
Sure. And he fully embraced it. And that's all you can do. And it's actually not even a problem. But then your name is literally Peckerhead forever. And you had nothing to, nothing to
People
say
may like think you're like, I don't know, making a racist epitaph, right? Isn't it Peckerwood? Is that a white person?
I have no idea.
Let me Google that real quick.
Okay.
Daddy Nick, didn't say something bad. A white person, especially a poor one. That's fine.
Daddy Nick, who was on fire yesterday, claims that his nickname was Sir Fucks-a-Lot in college. No, it wasn't, Daddy Nick. No, it wasn't. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Who knighted you?
Anyway, let's get into the mix here. Well, first of all, today's show is brought to you in partnership with Tensor. Tensor, the leading Solana NFT marketplace for pro traders with advanced metrics and charting, gives you a leg up in the trading game. It's the only NFT trading platform for Solana that I use, period. They made some very exciting announcements at Solana Breakpoint, including, and get this, and keep in mind, these guys are technologists, the guys that made Tensor, Ilya and Richard, and now they have a big-ass team. It went from just the two of them to now a big-ass team of engineers. They're open sourcing their platform and introducing a 50-50 fee split for developers who build on the platform. So some very smart and, kind of like old school engineering internet, kind of playbook. They announced grant funding for developers who want to build on top of Tensor. So really making Tensor a development platform of sorts. And if you're a developer, you can apply at tensor.foundation. So definitely do that. And they tease their upcoming new platform, ladies and gentlemen, Vector. So we can't tell you that much about Vector yet, but you should be very excited about what they're building. And you can join the wait list at vector.fun. So that's vector.fun. We have the kind of splash page pulled up right now on the YouTube
like
screen.
that. Nice website.
Just wait. I've been using it. I won't disclose anything about it. But Poor's been using it a lot to the point where I got
how big is it? How big is it?
It's
say when.
massive. When?
Woo!
Yeah. To the point where I got a DM today from someone over on their team who was like, "Hey, you've been using this a lot more. Is there any reason?" I was just like, "Nah, just I'm slightly addicted to it. Not gonna lie."
That's a good product. Crack and Vector, baby.
Just saying, and Easy's obviously sharing feedback as he kind of goes through the process of using it, so that should make you even more excited. So yeah, check out Vector.fun. If you're a developer and you want to apply for a grant, check out Tensor.foundation. Couldn't say enough good things about Tensor and the team over there. It's great to have people like this building in crypto, and can't wait to see what the past year has been crazy for them. Can't wait to see what the next year is like. Big shout out to Tensor. So look, let's get into this weather report. Let's cook. I'm assuming it's kicks today. Let's rock and roll.
You got it, Coach, man. I'm really excited. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today's Wednesday, October 16th. Looking over at the crypto roundup. Majors up on the day. Bitcoin flirting with 68K. That's why my voice is deeper, converting into a Bitcoin Chad. Ethereum just over 2,600. Solana 156. You know, Easy's a little perked up in his chair with that price. The leader among the top 100 coins was Doge, the old meme coin, up 11% on the day to an $18.6 billion market cap. Over the past 24 hours, Tesla moved 11,509 Bitcoin worth over $760 million that has been dormant for 2 years. Funds were transferred to 7 new wallets. That's not bad. It didn't go to an exchange, so maybe they're not going to dump it. Maybe they're going to do something else with it. Next up, Grayscale filed to convert their large cap GLDC crypto fund into an ETF. The fund contains a lot of fun stuff: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and AVAX with the new Off the Grid game. A new crypto asset also got an ETF application as Canary Capital filed for a Litecoin ETF. With the Ozepic crowd out there, we may see some buys on that coin. Finally, Trump's Willifi token sale only raised 11 million of its 300 million goal in the first 24 hours. Trump released a video on X last night advertising the token, and the token sale website has constantly faced service outages. Trump will probably post a video today gaslighting people, saying, buy more, you fucking dumbasses. This is the best investment of all time. I'm about to be the president. I'm going to make it a reserve currency of the world. That is it for your weather report. Back to you in the studio.
That was one of the best weather reports you've ever done, number one. Number two,
Thanks.
What did you call Trump's coin?
Willifi, WLFI.
Willifi coin. Interesting. Well, I don't know if that's what the Trump camp is
I should have come up with a better name. That's like the worst name of all time. Looks like an AI generated the name, or they literally took Warren Buffett's brain and then put it on like a single GPU and then asked him the question.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. So look, we got the major, actually, before we talk about the coins, and I want to talk about the coins with you boys, because I think you're going to have good takes. Why is Tesla moving $760 million worth of Bitcoin that, by the way, everybody forgot that they've been holding for now 4 years? They bought it 4 years ago. No one ever talks about it. Been holding it for 4 years. What could they be doing? 12 new wallets? What do you think?
I think it's probably just security. Maybe decentralizing it a bit, changing security protocols.
Maybe they just divvied it up, all the executives. They're like, let's just chop this shit up, dude.
Christmas bonus, just prepping.
If Kamala wins, we're going to need to get out of the country quick. You can put a seed phrase up the Schwinkta and be just fine. They won't pick that up on the, what's the new stuff? Not the, the energy scans that you have to go through at the airport.
What's that?
Not the metal detector, but like the energy scan where the big wand goes.
You gotta stand like above like this.
Yeah, just get cooked with some radiation. They can't find paper.
Easy. Any thoughts on Tesla moving that BTC?
I'm not terribly surprised. I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is. I think you're going to see more stuff from some of these other people. You got to remember too, like Jack, the former Twitter CEO who now owns Square, holds Tesla, or not Tesla, holds Bitcoin on the balance sheet as well. So I think you're going to see more people just like moving those types of assets. I think largely to become nothing burgers unless they disclose like heavy selling of it, which we'll see. I don't really have many thoughts on it. Part of the system, part of the cycle.
Maybe that's why Doge pumped.
Real quick, we got Better Unique just begging us, saying, please, no more crypto talk. I'm tired. What does he want us to talk about? Like, I mean, After work next week. This is hilarious. Well, better unique. Let us know what you'd like us to discuss instead. But in the meantime, we're going to discuss the majors all pumping. Bitcoin up 15% off its October low of 59K. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that the folks that analyze not necessarily the charts, but the 4-year Bitcoin cycle have pointed out that in previous halving year Octobers, okay, so October's in the year of the Bitcoin halving, which happens every 4 years, they pointed out that October typically kicks off within the first 3 or 4 days, a little bit of a plunge to a low, followed by October of sorts, followed by a very strong performance by the end of the month. That looks to be the way that we're trending this time. What do you guys think about the performance of Bitcoin and the other majors thus far in October? And what are you looking at?
I full ported my Robinhood into Bitcoin 2 days ago.
Like you sold all your equities on Robinhood and bought Bitcoin? Is that what you're saying?
No, it was all cash in there.
Okay, so you decided instead of buying a bunch of Bitcoin and holding it for the long term when it was between 16 and 26K, you liked it a lot better at 64.
Well, when you frame it like that, it doesn't feel as nice, Too bad all these fucking morons were saying it was going to go to 8K during that time. I should have been listening to David Hunter, melt up guy. But no, I'm good. I got some Bitcoin in the 30K range, but I had a bunch of cash just sitting there. And I'm like, dude, cash is going to shit. I'd rather just park this into Bitcoin. I'm not trading my Bitcoin. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I will trade my ETH in other things, but not my Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some more in there. The weekly chart, we're getting a little MACD curl, so it looks nice. I think Bitcoin can go on a nice run. What's interesting is we're really getting this barbell curve playing out perfectly, which is like Bitcoin is gobbling up most of the gains. Everything else is lagging. Like, a lot of alts. Like I looked at Ronin. Bitcoin's at 67. Ronin's like sub 160. There's not a lot pumping outside of the majors, other than the completely other side of the curve, right? Which is the meme coins, right? So we see meme coins going wild on one side of the curve. Other side of the curve, we see Bitcoin, showing a lot of strength there, and then everything else in the middle is kind of the mid curve. Kashmir says Sol's about to break out. Yeah, dude. I mean, Sol and Bitcoin have been the winners, so I wouldn't be surprised for Solana to show strength as well. I just didn't include Ethereum in there because Ethereum's a little bitch. But like if you look at all the other alts, right? I may be wrong, there may be some things breaking out, but most of the alts aren't up at all in the past week. Like they're, ETH is up 7%, Bitcoin's up 9%, Solana's up 10%, all the alts are ranging, and then you got fucking Goatse Maximus going to 300 million,
Easy. What do you make of Kix's analysis? What do you make of the price action on Bitcoin, Solana, any other corners of the market?
Yeah, I mean, Sol seems primed to push towards 170, 175 here. I still think end of the year, Sol over 200, Bitcoin. Call me crazy. Bitcoin to 100K, 100K end of the year.
I said 80. Remember, I said 80.
End of the year. Yeah. I think Sol 220, Bitcoin 100, ETH 1,000. Realistically, I'm just over it.
Dude, I think we could see $1,000 ETH. I think we could see it.
Imagine the whole market rips and ETH just dumps 50%. Would it shock me? Probably not. The L2 situation is crazy, but it's just like a lagging trade. I think right now, like I like to look at pairs a lot. So like the Sol ETH pair is really interesting to me. It's 0.06 right now. Like I think that easily gets to 0.1 by the end of the year. So basically closing the gap to be 1/10 the value of it. And that would put us at, realistically over 200. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see like what happens with the majors here. But this Sol chart is primed right now. The big thing is like I want back-to-back daily closes for Bitcoin over 68K. And like I know long enough time horizon.
That chart looks like it wants to go all-time highs easy.
Yeah, but the tough part is check the market cap chart.
It's at all-time high now.
Wicked close, like insanely close.
Wait, Solana at all-time high or all-time market cap, not price?
Market cap had already hit
I need to look at
all-time
some
high.
Kalshi and Kalshi
Yeah.
markets
That's the
because
thing.
there's some like, will something hit all-time highs before the end of the year? I have a little bit of a theory, right, that crypto actually works on political cycles, right?
It
So
does,
Bitcoin
100%.
is a right-wing vertical. Meme
Um,
coins are a right-wing vertical. NFTs and Ethereum are left-wing, right?
Interesting.
And so that's why they did so well last cycle, right? And although I'm politically right, I trade better left-wing. I'm a better left-wing trader. I've not done
so
too
where do you think
well in the
Solana
right-wing
lines up
meta.
though? Because
Huh?
Solana would have been left
Solana's
wing.
it's
far
people on
left.
Solana
It's-
they're so
would've
low
been.
IQ they don't have a political affiliation.
Oh, so they're like RFK. We're like the RFK party over
Exactly.
here. I like that.
You have
I
like
like
a
that.
vaccine injury. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
So
we're like,
you're-
we're dead set he's got a shot at the office. Like,
Exactly.
we're like, he's got this shit. No
Yeah.
hesitation. 0.08%, that's better than 0. But honestly, Solana was left wing when you look at SBF's exposure and how much he
and it went
donated
to the bottom, right? And then the right wingers
Yep.
took
It
over.
went to 260 during that election cycle. 260.
But that was before we knew what was going on. So it reset.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a proud RFKer. Diehard Solana RFKer over here. I like this theory a lot, Kicks. But truthfully, like if you're taking a bet here, I would take Solana does not hit all-time high end of the year. I would take ETH does, and I would take Bitcoin does.
Wait, you think ETH is going to go to all-time high this year?
Isn't it like $4,300?
48.
48.
48, buddy.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no
Okay,
shot.
No way.
No
Yeah.
way. What's the bet on that on Kalshi? What's the bet?
Which one?
The ETH all-time high this year. How
I
much?
thought it was like 4,300.
What's the free money on this? Let's see. If ETH
300.
goes to an all-time high, that would be nuts.
12%, yes,
no
before
way.
the end
Yeah.
of the year.
So it's free money, but you got to wait for the
Is
free
Solana
money.
on there?
Just ETH and
Solana.
Bitcoin right now.
Okay, Bitcoin. I would say yeah.
I
would say Bitcoin 100%.
absolutely. But
Yeah,
is
Bitcoin
it?
for
Does it have to
100%.
be at all-time high on the last day of the year?
No, it just has to touch it.
Yes.
Oh, is that?
I
It has to
still
be
like
above.
I still like it.
I like it.
Kicks, what do you think?
If it's above 73,265 on the 31st? Well, yeah, let's do the math here. Because like 72, 28 divided by 72. What's that return? 38%. So you're gonna get a 38% return instead of a 10% return if it's above that by the end of the year, right? So you're gonna make more. But if it's not above that, then you lose all your money. Whereas if you put it in Bitcoin, you're still fine. So I don't know. I'd probably just buy Bitcoin rather than do this. If the odds were a little juicier, I would maybe be a little bit more interested. But like, yeah, you're making 38% essentially on an options trade that can go to zero,
Yeah, dude,
versus
that's
just
crazy.
like buying Bitcoin.
Fuck both of that. Find a meme coin in a 1 mil market cap that looks good on the chart. All these 1 to 10 mils have been printing for me. Like these are the best trades right now in this market because all the attention's there and everyone's trying to find a lagging trade. Like you can easily find a 2x in a week right now with just like 5 minutes of looking at charts. But that's also it's like a frothy.
I've definitely found some -2x's.
You've taken some terrible trades, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. We should talk about this. I should give you a call.
All right, let's do it.
You've taken some real questionable shit recently.
Well, I think you gotta, sometimes you gotta lose money to make money. You gotta learn, it's like your college tuition. Like when I first started trading NFTs, I was doing the dumbest shit. And then I kind of learned the game. You know the game, you know what to look for. You know the signs, you know how to read the tea leaves, so to say. For example, one thing, Ray said, never trade on your phone in your bedroom. I did that last night. So easy. You were like hitting on the AI stuff, right? On Pump.Fun, you should never buy the coins that just launch, right? And you should and the about to graduate still kind of risky, right?
So there's some in there, but like the issue is, are you trading on Pump Fun or are you using like a Bull X on your phone?
Bull X, dog.
Okay, so you can still like some of these charts have some pretty clear ways to tell if it's gonna rug. Like you can look at a chart and be like, oh, this thing's like
it's like they're painting the
chart.
chart. It doesn't look real.
Yeah, 100%. But that's why,
that.
like, even now, the most profitable trades I've had have been the post graduation, like where they graduate off of Pump Fun, are now like trading with more volume. Dex is paid, all this other bullshit. I hate all like the technicalities of it, but there's like a lot of stuff on there that has like seriously decent volume to the point where like the other day, I think I went 1 SOL to 48 SOL in 2 hours, just like on 3 or 4 trades, purely by just trading the narrative. Like it was this AI narrative, and it was like getting early on a AI coin that has a Twitter that has a little bot tag on it, because that's how you know it's automated. And like if you can find those narratives, you need to be aware too. I actually just bought this, by the way, Ray. AI dog. I literally just bought this.
You buying it? When did you buy it?
My buy-in was 266.
And what's it at now?
470.
When did you buy it?
I can tell you exact time. I bought it 97 seconds ago. Yeah, I saw the chart. Someone was like,
"You're literally talking about your theory," and I was like, "Huh? Here's an AI that just graduated."
AI
but the chart
dog?
is great. The chart is great. In the Telegram, the person goes, "We're paying for boosts, and we're gonna pump this thing." So I'm
It's
like,
called
okay,
AI dog.
Yeah, AI dog, first dog with Neuralink. So supposedly this dog has Neuralink. Click the Twitter.
What are you talking? There's no dogs with Neuralink.
Look at the picture though. It looks pretty legit to me.
Yeah.
This is so dumb. I'm buying it.
So it's Noland Arbaugh's dog. Noland Arbaugh's the guy who had the first Neuralink.
The paraplegic.
So,
okay.
Yep. So it literally is his dog. And that's the thing right now. I even made a tweet this morning where I was like, if you're in crypto and you have a pet, crypto Twitter's already tokenized the pet. And that's like the truest thing I've ever said. Because every animal and every person who ends up running, dude, there was a Taylor Madison is this DraftKings like sports gambler who's been going viral. She had a meme coin situation this morning. 4 minutes after her meme coin launched, that she didn't even launch, someone else launched it, her dog was tokenized. Like, I don't even know how they found the dog. Like, everyone's dog gets tokenized before anything else. It's like the first thing that happens.
And just to show how these charts evolve, though, Ray, show the chart that I just linked, because you got to be smart on these. Easy selling right now.
I haven't sold it.
And I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
But so this I saw yesterday. And I was like, I like Dolan AI. That's funny. It's a duck. And I bought it at 600K. I sold it at like 1.2 million. Right. Then it goes to 2. You're like, oh, did I mess up? No, you didn't. Look at that. Look at that. Just straight red line down. Everybody was just like, get the fuck out of this. And now it's trading at
double dip. That's the one rule ever. Never take money that you've made and go back into.
But I'm just sharing. This was 12 hours ago at a 2 million market cap. It's not at 300K. It's not at 30K. It's at 3.6K. Yeah. It's lower than where a pump fund starts. A pump fund starts at 4K. So it's below the start of a pump fund. Like that's the game you're playing. You got to get in fucking quick. You got to get fucking out quick. Also, once again, don't buy random new coins. I was laying there. I was like, Easy's making some money on AI. Someone launched Harriet Tubman AI. And I was like, that doesn't seem racist. It kind of seems funny. I put 0.2 Solana in it, and then they rugged it off of my 0.2 Solana. That's all the devs made. They made $30 rugging me. But that's why you want to stick on the graduation side.
But a lot of those too, it's like even in postgraduated, there's like opportunities to just trade quickly on a lot of this stuff. Versus once again that what if a token holds 1 mil plus, I feel better trading it. Like I think I shared the dog this morning. It's like 1.2 mil. Yeah, it's a cat with a GoPro strapped to its head.
Especially if it survived more than 24 hours and it's still at a million.
Oh, that's golden.
That's very
that's
telling.
The best part. When there's like continued liquidity, that thing's beautiful. Someone asked what Moodang's up to. It's going straight down, continuing to go down.
But
that's not going to stop.
I know you're in Europe, so this, the dates on the ages on this will change a little bit. But would you say a good like metaphor for Bullx trading or pump.fund trading is like dating women, right? So like new creations, that's really fucked up, right? You should never be dating that. To graduate, that's illegal in a lot of places and looked down upon. But if they've graduated, right, then you can really start taking some stabs.
Yeah. No, I think that's spot on. I think that's probably the best analogy I've heard.
Cool.
I think that's probably the best analogy I've heard. Wow. Makes me feel really uncomfortable when I buy the 6K market cap sugars.
As it should.
Yeah, it should actually put me in prison for sure. Both of those instances. Absolutely.
So real quick. So I think now we're just too late to AI dog. I would
agree.
I have 1 Solana in Bullx because you already sold it.
No, I haven't sold it yet. I think it goes to 1 million, truthfully.
So I have 1 Solana in BullX right now. What coin should I buy?
Definitely Dingus or
No.
Dingus.
You want something that you don't have to stare at for a while and like isn't gonna just speed run to 0?
That would be nice.
Yeah, so I put $1,000 into this Max 2049 this morning. I'm down 27% on it, so it's already pulling back.
That's good.
So Max 2049. The reason I like this is because Alan, the creator of Pump Fun, this was his example of what the best Pump Fun would be once they launched their video streaming. What this is a cat with a GoPro on its head. And it runs around the neighborhood and just fucks up other cats. The cat's just a bully. It just gets into fights. That's all it does.
I just bought a half soul.
Yeah.
Big
so what
money.
I would do is I would set, truthfully, I would, and the best part about this is with this, you can set an auto sell.
A limit order.
I would look, so you can set a limit order on it. I would set a limit order for 2.6, a 2x on it. Because it's gotten there before. 2.4 is where it's gotten. So I would set a sell order.
How much of an X is that?
It would just under a 2x.
Okay.
What do you think about Gov AI? It's a pigeon with a scanner on its
Government
head.
AI, I saw that one.
You saw that one? You didn't feel it? Yeah.
I wish I saw it early because it ran pretty hard. And I love the birds are government conspiracies. I think that's always pretty funny. I just missed that one. But like that's the thing is like if I miss one, I don't chase anymore at all. If I miss a token, I'm not chasing.
So,
There's no reason to.
Real quick, this is like functionality I really like. So if I'm doing this limit order, right, I just hit 100% on the right to sell my whole position. And then with that bar right there, you can basically
you can slide it.
Yeah. So that sliding bar, when I slide it all the way to the right for 100%, that's saying I want to sell it for a 2x.
Yep.
That's fun. I like sliding. Like that makes it simpler. I like that.
I'd move it to like 2.4, probably just under, because that's where the previous candles were. Like I do like some of the charts on memes. Memes do kind of trade like charts pretty well. Yeah. So you're looking like
you want me to go for more than a 2x?
No, you're at less than a 2x. 98% gain. Just under a 2x.
Got it.
Basically just under a 2x.
I'm gonna go 97 to play it safe.
Perfect.
Because my free money trade is gonna work.
Yep. Did you buy this?
Did I buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not only did I buy it, I now have a limit order for almost a 2x on it.
Okay. Oh,
easy. Can you quickly review my BullX trading history? Just give me some advice.
Let's pull this up. Yeah, so you're down about $2,000 right now.
Okay.
So about an ETH. Not terrible. So let's take a look at these. Okay, so you got into Opus. That one did decent. Murtard, you actually had a 40x on and you refused to sell it. So like, that's a personal problem.
Yeah.
You got in at 5K, it ran to 200K. And I told you, I said, hey man, you should probably sell this. And you were like, no, it's going to 1 million.
I thought it was funny. I thought it could go a little higher.
So if you think it's funny though, that's the thing is like you should
That's
probably
not good.
Still take profit at some point. Like if it's funny when you first see it, that's bullish. If you're still saying this is funny, it's going higher, you should probably sell it.
I got out of Harriet Tubman only for a 10% loss. That's better than I thought.
That's not bad. Let's see some of these wins.
You didn't get out of it. They stole your money.
Yeah, I only made money. I had a sell stand because I'm kind of in the hole a little bit. Had to offset some of my losses, but that was a good trade. Thanks to you. 1% was nice. Could you give me some advice on this one? I bought this last night. I was feeling good about it because it had Asian characters in it, and it said it was Cheese World.
Cheese World. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one.
Yeah, and this is the Pump Fund. It said Ramelia Cheese Gang World Order of Cheese.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought even Ramelios were popular now.
Yeah, not very familiar with that one. Sadly.
Okay.
Sadly.
All right. Well, back to the drawing board. Appreciate the review.
I like the swings. I like the swings you're taking. And right now, you've just basically paid market fees, is how I look at it. You're just paying tuition. You're just paying tuition. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
It's fine. A little tax loss harvesting,
That's it, right? A little early. So now, like, when you hit the big one, you're good. You can kind of just wait,
Yeah.
You're clean. All right. Well, look, so moving on from, I guess, look, this is what we wanted to talk about. The only other thing that we wanted to talk about that I'm excited about is the stock market in relation to crypto. And yesterday, Kicks, at the end of the show, we talked about MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Bitcoin mining, which is some of the stuff that I enjoy talking about the most. Have you paid any attention to this stuff? Have you looked at, for example, the MicroStrategy? Oh, what's this? Okay, just pointing out, the rise in crypto stocks, duh. But maybe we can pull up the MicroStrategy chart and get Kix's take on it, and then we can go back to meme coins after that. How about that?
Sweet.
Where would you rank MicroStrategies among all stocks, Pia?
The best stock of all time. Kix, what do you think about this MicroStrategy stock here?
I mean, dude, it's got a better chart than Bitcoin.
Technically does.
I'm not even joking. Like the chart looks magnificently better than it's just a classic breakout. Yeah, I mean, all I know, they just buy Bitcoin, right? So it's like Bitcoin, but
and
better.
they have a cash flow positive software business that they've had for like 30 years.
Yeah, it probably makes like $100 a day, right? Like it's really Bitcoin.
Yes, but the point is there's still a cash flow positive business involved.
This may even be a leading indicator to Bitcoin, right? Like Bitcoin may be lagging MSTR, but
That's
I mean,
what
no,
they say.
the chart looks phenomenal. I don't own this. I own Coinbase and I own the Bitcoin ETF in my 401k, but
Let's look at Coinbase.
Would have liked this.
You love risk. You should sell your Bitcoin ETF and just buy MicroStrategy with that allocation. Like that percentage of the portfolio should be MicroStrategy, in my opinion. You should look at MicroStrategy as your ETF.
I just don't know if I want to buy the 8x run up in a year, but maybe I'm dumb.
Well, it's going to go higher and then it's going to crash like an unholy crash when Bitcoin crashes. And then it's going to have an unholy face melt up when Bitcoin goes up again.
Yeah.
So that's just what it's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking hell of a trade, dude, if you own this shit or not trade investment. Yeah, but I don't know, dude. I'm not going to swap shit. I'm just going to keep my Bitcoin, but maybe I'll add my 401k ads. I'll throw a little into little MSTR. But I mean, this isn't a miner though, right? They just buy on margin. They take out loans and they buy Bitcoin.
He has a playbook for how to raise money via convertible debt to accumulate more Bitcoin. And he's going to keep doing that forever. Literally forever. And you have to think, it's not just about having it. Over time, you're going to be able to actually do things with the Bitcoin, like adequately borrow against it. It's kind of like a real estate company, only with Bitcoin instead of houses.
Okay.
But let's pull up the Coinbase chart real quick. Sir Heavy Bags pointing out, by the way, that MicroStrategy has revenue of over $400 million. And they're also
revenue.
Sorry,
software. Where do they get their revenue? Oh,
business intelligence software, like old school shit. But
okay,
yeah. But as OX Fetty has pointed out, they're rebranding the company as a Bitcoin development company. Financial instruments could very well become the first Bitcoin bank. Hal Finney Hal Finney, it's kind of like how when you see the old footage from the 70s of like Jim Morrison talking about the future of music or Francis Ford Coppola talking about the future of film, like just being able to see where things are going to go. Hal Finney's that dude for Bitcoin. Maybe he's Satoshi Nakamoto. Regardless, he worked on Bitcoin super duper early. MicroStrategy is going to have a cash flow positive business via building Bitcoin technology and tools. 100%. It's not going to happen overnight.
All I know is, man, what really got me bullish on Bitcoin was Bhutan, that country that we're talking about with Signal. That's now the fourth largest holder of Bitcoins. It's US, China, the UK, then it's Bhutan, dude. This is fucking like Nepalese fucking mountain country that they're just like turning all their energy production into mining Bitcoin.
I feel like I'm on Tropic Thunder right now.
I swear to God, it's real, dude. They're the fourth biggest. Look how small they are. And they're fourth behind UK, China, and US. That little fucking
I didn't even know that was a country, bro.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, you missed this.
It's really hard to fly into. Then you have to be a specially trained pilot because it's like it's a high altitude runway in the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, we started looking at Bhutan real estate on the show.
It's not cheap. The Bhutan real estate is not cheap. Like we were looking at like an old house. It was still like 80 grand.
This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Here's the article. I didn't even know this. This is nuts. Thank you for bringing this up, Kick. September 16, 2024. So 1 month ago, Bhutan, the fourth largest Bitcoin holder among countries.
And they mined it all. They haven't bought a single one. They mined it all.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
They hold 2.2% of the total supply of Bitcoin. They just mine it.
So anyway, real quick, let's look at the Coinbase chart. We talked about MicroStrategy a lot. MicroStrategy has a Bitcoin roadmap on their website, very bullish. eBrink pointed out they're going to be a Bitcoin development company. It's going to be epic, but it's going to take a long time. And if you buy it now, like if it goes down, you might be like all upset and shit. But anyway, so Coinbase. Base is the only product of its kind in the public sector right now. Coinbase kicks fucking ass. What do you think about this chart, Kicks?
I love it. I own it. I'm gonna throw on a little fucking bands on that shit. Let's see, a little band.
Bollinger Bands.
Little Bollinger Bands. We're getting a curl on the weekly. You know, it's above the moving average, which is at 202. So there's some resistance there. It's actually trading kind of like an altcoin. Funny enough, it looks similar to a lot of the altcoin charts, but yeah, I mean, it looks like it wants to do a positive MACD curl. So upside maybe 260. But on the monthly, it looks very much like Bitcoin. But it's, you know, bouncing off the trend line. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure it's going to go to the absolute fucking moon unless crypto does. But I mean, it's a lot better of a buying opportunity than it was in March of this year.
Because it had really ran in March.
Yeah, because I mean, March was like where it hit like the all-time highs of this year. So you're definitely like buying much lower. I think it's a really strong company. I mean, there's not really many other alternatives out there. And I think with like the smart wallet and Base, they're setting themselves as like the only real like ETH competitor to Solana in a sense of like trying to get more massive adoption to crypto. And they'll certainly benefit greatly if they pull that off.
Mike DeFi said he sold all his Coinbase for MicroStrategy last month. Coinbase won't disclose reserves for BlackRock. Yikes. So check it out. What Mike is talking about is Coinbase not disclosing the reserves for all of the different ETFs that they are custodying the Bitcoin for, which, if I'm not mistaken, last time I checked was 8 of the 11 or 12 ETFs in market. So if you want to have like a Bitcoin maximalist perspective and say, fuck that, we're not doing that. We're not going to do paper Bitcoin. We need transparency, and we need to be able to audit all of the Bitcoin that's in the different ETFs that Coinbase is holding. You can be like, fuck that. I'm going to just go all in on MicroStrategy and treat it as a leveraged ETF that has a really bright future in Bitcoin. And I get that. Okay. What I'll say though is, excuse me. What I'll say is, why does that matter if you hold Coinbase stock? Because all you need to know is that Coinbase is printing off of the fees that they're earning for custodying all that Bitcoin for all those ETFs, which is an absolute ass load. And they're printing off of Base, and they're printing off of their traditional business, which was all they had last cycle, by the way. They only had the traditional business last cycle. Now they have these other two monster lines of business, one of which is unlike any other business in the public sector, which is Base. So as a holder of their stock, why the hell do you care? The only reason you should care is if you actually hold the ETFs, which if you're like a crypto Bitcoin maximalist, whatever, why would you hold the ETFs? Just hold the actual tokens. So that's my take. I don't know, Mike DeFi, if you have a response for me, my question is, why do you care about that as a holder of Coinbase? I understand why you'd care about it if you're a holder of the ETFs, because you don't want to be buying paper Bitcoin. But as a holder of Coinbase, what do you care? Because they're just printing money off the fees. Why do you need to see how like the audit of the holdings?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be something that the banks issuing the ETFs worry about, not the holders of Coinbase? Kicks?
Yeah, I just don't think it makes like that Coinbase would be doing like sketchy shit like printing fake, Bitcoin or like non-backed Bitcoin, just because like they have like the cleanest setup ever to just like win. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that they need to, like, FTX absolutely blew up. Like, their Binance got fined and is out of the US. Like, they're just sitting with pretty much like a monopoly.
Right.
Like, yeah.
FTX was a legit criminal organization. So
what I'm trying to say is that, like, imagine like you have a business in like a fast growing space and like all of your competitors got knocked out, right? Like, would you be like, dude, we can literally just like coast to Valhalla? Or like, are you like, hey, why don't we like juice returns a little bit and like print Bitcoin out of thin air? Like, I just don't think that's what they're actually doing.
Exactly. And then real quick, Roy coming in talking about Michael Saylor. He said Saylor's either a genius or a fool. So far, it seems he's a genius. Interesting take. Saylor could be over leveraged. My argument would be we would have found out if he was over leveraged when Bitcoin literally went from all-time high 69K last cycle to below previous all-time high, which was around 20K, all the way down to 16K, which, by the way, had never happened before. So we would have found out if he was over leveraged then. He wasn't over leveraged then. I don't know, man. You think he's over leveraged now? That's not a bet I want to, that's not a bet that I want to make. Anyway, so what's this? Eric B from Bloomberg getting tagged in tweets about this. So here's some more details. BlackRock runs their own blockchain node, and every night they pull the Bitcoin balances from their wallet addresses on Coinbase Prime, validating the Bitcoin held by IBIT. They will show this to institutional clients upon request, but not going to publish to the world because they get plenty of spam already. For example, sanctioned Bitcoin and NFTs that get sent, I'm adding a little bit here, that get sent to their wallets. And this would only cause an explosion in said spam. Just know that this is not amateur hour. I like that line from Eric B. It's not amateur hour, homie. BlackRock has like 500 ETFs which store the holdings with custodians and has been doing this for decades without a hitch. This is why them and other ETF issuers are trusted by America's advisors so much they know their clients won't get SBF'd. So real quick, what's he talking about? He's talking about BlackRock. He's not talking about Coinbase. Because he's talking about the ETFs, which you should care about that shit if you're invested in the ETFs, not if you're invested in Coinbase. Investing in Coinbase, what the hell do you care? It doesn't matter. They're just earning fees off BlackRock. You should be jazzed up about that. Their new client is literally fucking BlackRock, the biggest financial institution in the world. They've made it. It's a wrap. If you own IBIT, you could care about that, but you have to remember this is not amateur hour, and Larry Fink does not give a shit if crypto people are like, he's not staying true to crypto. He's not staying true to Bitcoin. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. We're doing 500 million of inflows a day. You don't exist to me if you're Larry Fink. You literally do not exist to him. So anyway, we talked about the stocks. Anything else on Coinbase or any of these stocks kicks, or easy for that matter?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about Coinbase. I think it probably makes sense that like you shouldn't I don't think like banks are like, hey, yeah, we have like the billions of dollars and we've stored it here, and we put 500 million here. I think that'd be like a security risk, right? That's probably like pretty stupid. Because there's a lot of people out there that probably want to take that money.
Real quick, Mike DeFi said this is his response, and then we'll wrap on this. I don't assume Coinbase is malicious, and if anything, they probably do hold one-to-one reserves. I didn't sell because I don't like Coinbase. It's the leading platform and on-ramp. I like the risk return of MicroStrategy more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I agree with you, Mike DeFi. Yesterday on the show, I said that MicroStrategy is the best stock ever, and I stand by that. And I think it's going to outperform NVIDIA over the next 5 to 8 years. For sure, because I just think it's impossible to compete with having that much Bitcoin and betting on the Bitcoin network like that and building in that direction the way MicroStrategy has. And real quick, Sean P., very outspoken, often controversial commenter on the show, often controversial, Sean P. He said, it's not Larry Fink's first rodeo. Come on, man. Malarkey take. And by the way, listen, folks, some depth to Sean P right there. I don't even know what to make of that. Yeah, Ray smiling. Sean P got him with that.
Well, yeah, his last message was, I can't find the listing for the Harriet Tubman coin. Literally after I told him that I got rugged in 10 minutes, and he asked, is it underground crypto?
Yeah, he's making a joke.
I think he's serious. I think he wants to CTO that shit.
I think he was making a joke about the underground thing. Anyway, one last thing in the stock world. He said, are we fade? So El Bat Boy 79. I don't know if I recognize El Bat Boy 79. I don't know if he's been a frequent commenter on this show. He said, fading Tesla? Like, are we fading Tesla? Well, I sold 80 grand of Tesla over the past 12 to 18 months and put it all into Bitcoin after the announcement of the ETF from BlackRock. I'd be curious to have Easy and Kixie Boy here look at the Tesla chart. That'd be cool.
Let's do it. Yeah, pull up the Tesla chart. Let's take a look. I haven't looked at the Tesla chart in months, if not a year at this point.
Let's take a look at this thing.
Completely unbiased.
Is that 220?
I got none. I got no Tesla. So I got no
Can we
bias
turn
here.
off the bands on this thing. There we go. Oh man, there's a lot of gaps on this. A lot of gaps. Okay. You want to go to the weekly? I'm more interested in that. We're looking at the daily at the moment. 1 week. I like this chart. I do like this chart. Clear wedge, clear bottom
Do you?
formed. Yeah, I do. This looks like it's gonna go higher. Volume starting to ramp. Small MACD cross, so maybe chops here for a little bit longer. But even right now, you got to look. It's basically started to consolidate. So next move will really drive action. When's their next earnings report? November? December?
I have
December?
no idea.
Yeah, it'll be December because we got Q4. I believe that they missed. I want to say they missed in Q3.
They've missed like a high percentage of their earnings reports they have missed over the past couple of years.
October 23rd.
Oh,
So they had a 52. Yeah, so close, very close. So it'll be the Q3. They had a 52% year-over-year income drop to 1.76 billion. Expenses also increased 43%. Operating margin dropped to 7.6%. Okay, the EPS was 66. Yeah, I like the chart here. Honestly, I do. The more I'm looking at this, the more interested I guess I would be. For another run, probably up to 280 is where I'd be looking. Just purely off fundamentals. I like 280 here. I'd set a pretty aggressive stop loss at like 180. It's like a $40 loss. Kind of a nice little wedge here. And one sec, let me actually just pull up my trading view because I'd be happy to throw a little chart action on this sucker. Just because I have not charted Tesla in probably oh man, I still have my lines on Tesla. Oh shit. These things are old, dude. Okay, one sec. Let's share these because this is funny. I've had this trend line back to 2022. And it broke above it.
okay.
So I like that. A break above a trend line is bullish, and it basically continued to reject off that, where I'd be looking for like 311, where this previous double top was. We had a nice head and shoulders basically completing right around here. So now what I'd be looking for is if we wanted to clear these. So I actually like this because it's now back above that downtrend it had been consolidating on all the way back to November of 21. So basically last crypto bull run. And if we wanted to zoom out and clear some of these drawings on this, I'd be looking for some sort of direction for 300 would be the line for take profit area I'd be looking at. So like an $80 swing on this. With that being the downside, and truthfully, you could even get a little crazy with something like this. We're kind of in this wedge. We had 2 failed breakdowns. I'd be looking for some type of price action to give us something like this. Nice little action like that.
Kix, what do you think?
Excuse me.
I like Tesla. I don't know, like, if it's going to pump imminently. What's the, the market cap's pretty high. What's the Tesla market cap? Just $700 billion. Yeah, because I mean, I think like their show, they showed off like a lot of good stuff, but they're still like kind of like in like reality, almost $1 trillion company mode, which is like all that matters is, sales, revenue, profits with some forward looking, right? But so I don't have I think it's a decent buy here. I don't have a clean read. I don't think it's, like oh man, this thing's going to fucking 3x in 6 months kind of setup, but I'm definitely a fan of it.
Okay, well, we're going to go back to meme coins to wrap. We're going to look at the meme coin that I bought earlier in the show, and we're going to see if there's any other meme coin action that's interesting right now on BullX, that Kix and Easy can kind of analyze. But real quick, the show's brought to you in partnership with Tensor. You've heard us talk about Tensor now for going on almost a year. It is the leading Solana NFT marketplace for pro traders. There are advanced metrics and charting. Tensor gives you a leg up when it comes to trading NFTs, period. And they stick to Solana, specialized platform, not trying to do too much, not trying to do random stuff. And at Breakpoint, they made some really exciting announcements. They open sourced their platform. So like some traditional kind of, software engineering approach, open source the platform, introduced a 50-50 fee split for devs who build on the platform. So if you're a dev, that should get you excited. And they also announced grant funding for developers who want to build on top of Tensor. So essentially turning it into a development platform. And finally, they tease their upcoming platform, which you should definitely be excited about, and you're probably going to end up using this thing, Vector. So you can go to vector.fun to join the waitlist. Again, that's Vector, VECTOR.fun. And we don't have a lot to talk about with this thing yet, but you should be very excited about it. Easy's been using it. Easy's been giving them feedback on it. And think about it. The guys that built Tensor, the kind of slickest and leanest platform for trading NFTs, are dropping a new platform. So to me, that's a pretty big deal to me. And keep in mind, two guys, the founders, Richard and Ilya, two guys built Tensor originally. And now over the course of 12, 15, at most 18 months, they have a huge engineering team at this point. And they're really keeping it a hundo, so to speak, from the perspective of engineering. And, doing these really cool things like open sourcing the platform, introducing the fee split, and launching the grant funding for developers. So if you're a dev, if you're a tech guy, this is the kind of stuff that you want to hear. And these are the kind of people that you want to kind of, back. It's hardcore engineering stuff. It's over my head for sure. But I know it when I see it. Let's put it that way. And if you've ever listened to interviews with the guys from Tensor, then, you'll kind of understand exactly what I'm talking about. So big shout out to Tensor. Check out vector.fun. Join the wait list. You want to be on that wait list. It's easy. It's like 2 clicks to join the wait list. Vector.fun, a new platform that's being launched by the folks over at Tensor. Really exciting stuff. So look, let's look at meme coins real quick. What are we thinking here? Is this the one that I bought?
Yeah, this is the one you bought. I think you're up.
I'm up. Look at that. Max 2049. I don't even know what it is. Easy, you're muted, buddy.
I think it's got room. It's an old narrative backed by Alan, who's the creator of Pump Fun. It's something I like on it. It's a cat with a GoPro. Like, it's fun. Like, just that is fun. I don't know what it is about it, but I just like that. I think it's funny. I think there's content that can come from it. I think it's organic. It's not a meme. It doesn't have shelf life. That was my big negative for Moodang, was the shelf life on it. Because as soon as people stop talking about it, it basically loses its like interest. I don't know. That's how I've always thought. So like, this is literally footage of this cat with a GoPro. And if you watch it, it just pulls up on other cats, dude, and starts swinging. Like, these videos are crazy. You see the cats running away from it because this dude's just a bully. The description's Max is a menace. Dude, it's literally.
Cats are, I mean, if you own an outdoor cat, that's insane. Ladies and gentlemen, as Easy was describing, it's a GoPro vertical video of the cat seemingly running fast as shit through outdoor areas, going under cars, all of that stuff, and just seeing other cats and just running up on them and being like, it's on, and swinging, like literally. And it looks pretty funny when you see the combat between the cats, because the GoPro is just kind of like going back and forth. Is the GoPro like attached to its collar?
I think it's probably like a vest it wears, like a vest with like a small thing on it is probably what's on it to like watch this.
This cat's running away. He knows what's coming.
Dude, he just pulls up and causes problems.
It's pretty good. I don't really understand why, this would just make somebody be like, well, I got to invest in the coin. That was
slams into a cat, dude.
And the cat's running away. It's a bully, man. The cat's a fucking bully. Imagine the claws too. That must hurt. That's not okay.
I'm good, dude. I'm good. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's dumb, it's stupid, but it's funny. And that's usually the basis of it. That's how most meme coins can kind of move. It's just stupidity reigns supreme, dude. That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah, the videos are addicting. So you can tell people watch this shit. It's crazy. It's gained some virality on it. Like, yeah, this dude's in the woods, dude, just chasing down cats. Like, yeah, that's it.
So what was
that's
that?
Not
footage?
Max. That's Max's enemy. Who's upset that he just got beat up and is yelling at him to leave him alone. These are cats telling him to stop.
This is gnarly, man. Dude, cats, bro. They're so different than dogs. So different. Wow, so different. So, wow. We got some comments here. Overarch said demon cat. Half basic said it's quoted one of the cats, said, oh shit, it's Max. Also said no cat is safe with Max on the streets. Kicks, I don't know if you saw those videos.
Phenomenal. I mean, that cat is next level. Very meme coin name too. Max 2049. I think what we're gonna see is meme coins bleeding into the naming of animals. Knowing that people could probably get a better return on their animal if it is a cooler name than just like Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Any other coins that we want to look at before we wrap?
Easy. What do you think about the AI coins, specifically GOAT? Is that top tier?
No, GOAT's going to $1 billion. Oh, I'd like going to $1 billion, dude.
Yeah, this is the one PO we
Anderson-
talked about with Mark Andreessen and the bot. I think it was yesterday. It was at 150 or 160. Now it's at 280.
Ray, you in
touched
this one?
300.
I was in it for a very brief period of time. I did like a 50% gain and sold way too early.
He left 100x on the table. Happens.
Easy. What do you think?
I like it personally. I think we may have some consolidation and a pullback here, but this is unlike a meme. Like this is a bet on AI, considering the Twitter is literally funded by Andreessen and A16Z. They gave it 50K as a thought experiment and a grant. And what this thing did was it launched its own meme coin. And like what's even crazier is this thing's taken on like a level of intelligence. It's Kicks pouring water.
Kicks.
What's up?
Kicks pouring water. So this terminal of truth
Gotta
stuff
stay
is
hydrated.
completely automated Twitter.
It
has
didn't create the meme coin though. Someone else did,
No.
and then they told it about it, and then he likes the meme coin.
No, so it started of the meme coin. Someone launched it on the back of it, and it started the church of this meme coin. Go to Miss Maximus. So it had
Go to
started
Miss
the
Maximus.
idea, did not launch it itself. Someone else had, and now it's basically taken that and been like the biggest advocate for it. But what this meme coin's done too is like it's understood there's competitive meme coins and has like mentioned them, caused those to run up, and then has dumped those tokens and bought more of Go to Miss Maximus. So it has this like whole like crazy dynamic to it. The lore is pretty in depth. And I just think that's what makes it fun. Like this is a story beyond just regular meme coins.
Yeah, it's a good
And
story.
The Twitter's a dumpster fire though. It tweets about like crypto, and then 30 seconds later it'll be like, "I'm so horny," and then
No
like 4
way.
tweets. Swear to God.
Sounds like it's like most
Swear-
people in the space.
Look at
Exactly.
look at his most recent tweet. Connecting the USB cable from my backbone to my penis. I'm ready to update my firmware.
Next tweet below that.
That's
DM me
deep.
sweaty crotches.
That's deep.
Dude, it's
I love
remember,
that fourth one's my favorite. Cunt.
well, they're the AI is adopting crypto Twitter pretty well. If you remember in the movie Her, which by the way I feel like that thing is going to age
Great
so
movie.
well.
That's
That
a
movie's-
scary movie, right? I don't like scary
No.
movies.
No, it's not
No,
a
guy
scary
falls
movie.
in love with his AI.
Yeah, and
Joaquin-
AI wants to kill him, right? It's like
No,
a
you-
creepy looking doll,
No, you're
right?
thinking-
No,
of
you're
Ex
thinking of
Machina.
Ex Machina, which is a banging ass movie.
No, I've seen that
No,
one.
you're
That's a good one.
Okay, I
I'm
don't.
fine
know
with
what
that
you're
one.
talking
That's
about.
not a scary movie. That's a thriller.
Yes.
Her does not involve anybody murdering anybody.
Maybe it was a movie called Molly.
Molly's also similar.
So
Hey.
wait, Ray, can we pull up Her real quick? Just like show a scene from it.
One scene from Her.
Like show him something. From
Megan.
Her.
I'm thinking of Megan, artificial
like
intelligence
Child
doll.
doll. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on,
starts
let's
murdering people,
Yeah,
right?
Different Her.
Her is the one with
Little bit.
Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson.
Great movie. Another great movie, Butterfly Effect with Ashton
Ah,
Kutcher.
love
Great
that,
film.
dude.
Great film.
Mm.
Great film.
All right. Well, anyway,
Was it 10 years ago?
Her is 10 years
Was it
ago.
really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude.
No, there's a different Her. Like I know what you're talking about, but I can't
Type in
find
Her
it.
Spike Jones. SPIKEJONZE. Spike Jones.
I guess this is it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
If you want another 10-year-old movie that's badass regarding AI, Transcendence with Johnny Depp.
I didn't like that movie.
All right, well, anyway, now we're just watching the Her trailer. There's a scene in Her where
That guy looks
He-
like a pedophile.
Jesus Christ.
in Her, Joaquin Phoenix is like talking to Scarlett Johansson, which is the AI, and ScarJo's like, "What if you had like a butthole in your armpit or something like that?" And like, the kind of sexual thing with the AI is there, 10 years ago, and it's wild to see, AI is talking about it today. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's our
Did
show.
you just call her ScarJo?
That's her nickname, ScarJo.
All right, I'm done googling.
I mean,
this.
she is probably my favorite actress.
Her
Okay.
butthole armpit. It's just not. It's
Like
not good.
ScarJo. How long
we're
you
not
guys been
doing
hanging
that.
out together?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. We'll be back. Enrique B, who I feel like I'd remember that name. I don't think I remember any comments from Enrique B. Welcome to the show, Enrique. You're welcome to comment anytime. Said, my man Kicks took some acid today. Probably did. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Yep,
our
just-
show.
Start
do-
my morning off with just a tab, just to kind of microdose my way through life.
ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. We do the show Monday through Friday. We'll be back tomorrow, Thursday, October 17th, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Subscribe to the show on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Really helps us out here. Benny Flacco calling kicks Ned by his nickname. Also, check out the show on Apple and Spotify podcasts. If you want to listen to the show on the go, it's very, very easy to do with those podcasting platforms. You can listen to it at 1.5x. You can listen to it in the background. Make sure you subscribe to those podcasts. And of course, we're available on Twitter Spaces, where a lot of you are listening right now, and X platform video. We love that you guys tune in every day. Good stuff. I'm going to close